How the heck are you guys? I am Fastidious. You can call me Fasti. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are breaking down one of the two new SSR units coming to Etheria Restart this coming week. Today it will be Mizusumi Aya. And I will tell you right out the gate, to me, unless I'm misinterpreting the passive, and that's possible because it's written in a weird way, I do think she's the less desirable of the two. That being said, there's a lot of good, unique stuff here. She's got good potential. And like I said, when we get into this passive, if I'm misinterpreting it and it's actually the OP version that I will describe to you, then she's insane. So keep that in the back of your mind, and we'll get into it as quickly as possible. All in all, I'm going to try to keep this video 10 minutes or less, just give you the stuff you need to know, and we'll do conclusions at the end. I do want to give a quick shout to the other unit coming on Rate Up for the next 3 weeks, with that Rate Up starting just like Mizusumi over here this coming Thursday, or end of Wednesday into Thursday, it depends where you live. But that's going to be Kokardi. Kokardi reads incredibly well. He's definitely the kind of unit we won't know exactly how powerful he is until we've tested him. I really wish they gave us a test server in this game, but he's awesome. How awesome, we'll see, but I've got high hopes for him. Mizusumi, I've got decent hopes for, but like I said, if I'm misunderstanding the passive, and actually let's just start there, she could be insane. And then she is an absolute must-pull top priority. So let's start with the passive, Whirling Vortex. And this says, close your eyes and feel the flow of melody. Whatever. By the way, she's got a flute. It's kind of cool. Maybe it's a piccolo. I don't know. At the start of each turn, purifies one debuff effect from all allies, and heals them for 15% of their max HP upon successful purification. So she's going to cleanse all allies of one debuff at the start of the turn, and then if they have anything cleansed, so this really is a then, not an and, but and if they're cleansed, she's going to heal them for 15% of their max HP. You wish it was her max HP, but whatever. So how am I reading this, and how could I be reading this? I think this must mean her turn, but they do say each turn. If it's the start of every turn done by any ally or enemy animus in an entire battle, then this is the greatest skill ever, right? This is a phenomenal amount of cleansing, and it is possible, but it's really hard with the translation of these skills sometimes. I am assuming it is at the start of each one of her turns. I've messaged them for clarification, have not heard yet. I've talked to some top players, you know, like people that were just in the Hyperlinker Cup. Shout out to my boy Ronnie, he did amazing. And people don't know for sure. No one really knows, and they don't give any content creators test server right now, so we cannot test it. But I do want to open with this, with the Whirling Vortex, because if she's cleansing to start every turn, whether it's her turn or someone else's, that is wild. It is a clean, strict answer to crowd control comps. It is really amazing with dealing with any general debuffing. You're still going to get annoyed by Plume and her irremovable, completely OP quills, but all in all, it's really powerful. If it's just her turn, I actually don't think it's that great. I mean, it's solid, but she has only 120 base speed. That's fine, but as you're going to see, the skill 1 is what you're going to have to invest in to get more speed. You'll pick up 15 more over here through prowess. Her S1's fine. Let's actually just talk about it now, but I don't think she's the kind of unit you're going to want to level 4 this, right? I mean, that's 4 perfect lattices to a skill that is fine. I mean, it's cool. It's going to be more powerful in PvP than PvE because there's a lot of RNG here, but basically she deals a little bit of damage. And then the powerful part, after attacking, there's a 25% chance she reduces all animus skill cooldown by 1 turn. That's at max skill ups if you get at level 5. We can't see here what it is at level 1 without any skill ups, without any lattice, but I'm guessing it's probably either 5 or 10%. It might be 5 because you see it goes from something, which we don't know, and at level 3 it jumps up to 15 and then it jumps up to 25. So if it's linear, it would go 5, 15, 25. I think 5 is a little crazy, but likely it could be 5. Likely, I guess it's 10. But all in all, I just think it's a pretty low % chance. It's nothing you could count on in PvE content, and actually it could throw off your runs if you trigger it too much or too little. There's too much variance there. And then another weird thing is it only resets animus skill cooldowns. It does not reset the shell cooldowns. So it's good, but it's weird, and it's not that good, and it's not something a lot of players are going to want to overly invest in. And for high-level PvP, you would have to, because you would need the speed, and her base speed isn't that good. When we've got units out here like Plume now, who is just stupid fast and stupid OP and is the queen of the game, I mean, she's coming in at 129 base. You're not going to just compete. She might not need to go first in certain content, but all in all, I just think it's an investment you probably won't make. That being said, it will be an investment you're pretty excited to make if this passive is the OP version I described. You will happily put 4 lattice into this and then enjoy your cleansing every single turn. Another reason I want to say that I think this is going to be her turn, not everyone's turn on the battlefield, is the level 5, which you're going to need if you want to make use out of this. This effect can still trigger when she's unable to act, so it makes me think it's relative to her turn. It might not be. It could just be like, well, she can't be cleansing through a passive even outside of her turn if she's crowd controlled, right? But if you get her level 5, she can trigger this even when she's CC'd, even if she's stunned or petrified or whatever. But yeah, it's really a TBD because it's not a bad move if it's only her turn. But yeah, she's not like lightning super speed. Even if you have her in a gigabyte or something or a jackal guard, she's not going to be taking so many turns that she's getting so much cleansing. It's only a 1 debuff cleanse. So the only way it's really going to work is if it's every turn. What I would encourage you to do is wait and see, because if it turns out to be every turn, I think this is probably the priority unit, though I do have high hopes for Kokardi. We talked about the S1, Echoing Currents over here. We've got this very interesting passive, Whirling Vortex. To wrap it up, let's talk about the skill 3, her ultimate, Sound Guide. Mizusumi Aya increases all allies' turn meter by 40% and reduces all animus and shell skill cooldown, so here also the shells, by 1 turn. Whenever a unit dies, this is kind of like an additional passive effect. It's just relative to this skill, but it's weird to have this as like part of the skill. Whenever a unit dies, reduces this skill's cooldown by 2 turns. If this skill has no cooldown, so it's off cooldown, it's fresh, increases Mizusumi Aya's turn meter by 80%. So it's pretty powerful, but all these numbers obviously are at max skills. I think we can pretty easily figure out that based on these numbers, it probably starts as a 30% boost and a 60% self boost if the skill has no cooldown and someone dies. That is if we just go linearly. And then the skill 3 seems to enhance the skill cooldown effect of the skill when a unit dies, if this is on cooldown, from 1 turn to 2 turns. So at base, we're talking 30%, 1 turn, 60%. It's definitely good, but you can kind of see the whole kit together, I don't think is powerful enough unless you can spam this passive every turn, in which case I think she's really, really strong. So that's kind of where I want to leave it already. I think pretty clearly she's a unit we'll have to wait and see on. We won't have to wait long. I can go on my other account where I'm partnered with Larry. It's a Kraken account. We'll pull her as soon as the banner goes live over there, and I'll test it out and show you. But for now, I would say wait until people like me make those videos, or other creators you like to follow, other friends, members of your union, whatever. I would not just go pulling willy-nilly, hoping for the best. Let's wait and see in practice what it looks like once people have her. All in all, though, pretty dang cool. I hope you appreciate this kind of breakdown where I go a little faster. Just want to keep it a little loose, keep it a little fast, and not waste too much of your time. If you appreciated it, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Then you can be sure to catch our Kokardi breakdown, which will come out tomorrow. And also, all the other fun content going over here, and you're supporting me, which I really appreciate. If you're not yet playing Etheria and you made it to the end of an entire breakdown of a new character in a game you don't play, you should start playing. We've got my link to download the game in the description and the top pinned comment. The game is hot right now. You're going to want to get in on it. So hit that download link, start playing today, share with your mother guys, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.